Good afternoon.
So, the objective of today's lecture is we will learn about the goal of network management using flow diagram. Already in last lecture, we had started with what is the goal of network management. So that we will be completing using the flow diagram, and also continuing with the goal of network management. We will try to understand FCAPs in network management. So a network management without the knowledge of FCAPs is actually zero knowledge in network management. So the learning outcome of today's lecture is student will understand the network operation center, that is NOC, in detail, and the FCAPs of network management. So if it is a 10 marks question and you have to write about the goal of network management, so you will draw the functional grouping, and then using the flow diagram you will explain the goal of network management, and in that you will explain FCAPs. So without explaining FCAPs, you cannot actually explain what is network management. So the diagram already you had seen in the last class. Okay, so those who want to draw, you can draw. Meanwhile, I will be continuing with the explanation. So network management functional flow chart. Okay, so this is the flow chart, and just for your remembrance purpose, this is the functional grouping. Okay, so the network management was divided into network provisioning, network operations, and network maintenance. And this is the NOC, which is at the heart. So to explain this, we had the flow diagram. Okay, so this flow diagram also I had explained. So just some points to discontinue with. So this is the interaction among the groups. Okay, that is being shown by the flow diagram. So the daily operations are functions of the operation groups, which controls and administers a NOC. So you can say that the NOC is the nerve center of the network management operation. So what is the function of NOC? So they are concerned with network operations, and its secondary responsibilities are network provisioning and network installation and maintenance. So those secondary functions, that NOC is giving it to the INM group and the provisioning group. So the associated service operations are handled by the subscriber operation center, SOC, and the customer relationship management, CRM. So these are some of the terms which you can include in your explanation of the network operation center. So network provisioning, as we see that we had already discussed, so I'm reading it from the slide. So the network provisioning consists of network planning and design, and it is the responsibility of the engineering group. Now, who are the inputs? We have discussed last lecture. The new technology is the input, the management decision, and the network performance, that is also an input to the engineering group. So the engineering group, it keeps a track of new technologies and introduces them as needed. What is needed and when it is needed are determined from the analysis of traffic and performance data that is provided. So we are talking of this part. Okay, so whatever data we get from the performance monitoring team, that we can use to plan and design our network. Now, considering the network operations and NOC, the center one, so the functions of the network operations are administered by the NOC. So as we are saying, they are concerned with the daily operations. Now, if I want to list down, Are Baba, daily operations kya hai? So ISO has defined 5 OSI network management applications. So these 5 network management applications are mandatory. So I have arranged it in order. So FCAPS, FCAPS. Now, if you have drawn your functional grouping, or I'll just show you, the network operations is over here. So FCAPS ki jo 5 function hai, FC, here you can see A, this is P, and this is S. This 5 has to be there in any network management system. Then remaining 3 are there, that is report, inventory, and data gathering and analysis. So those are not exactly mandatory, but this FCAPS is mandatory. So that was provided by the OSI standard. the OSI network management application. So we have fault management, we have configuration, we have account, we have performance, and we have security management. Apart from these 5 functions, so they are also responsible for gathering the statistics, generating reports, system supports, and the user. So these are the remaining functions. So the NOC is performing these 5 to 8 functions. So NMS and tools are a necessity for NOC operations. So without a NMS tool, it is very difficult to handle all these aspects of management. So they are used in various management applications. Like for fault management, I might have a different NMS. For performance management, I might have a different managements. Okay, so these are so various kinds of NMS are available. Now it depends upon the company which NMS they want to buy. They want to account management, like they might feel कि ठीक है बाबा, manually we can do it, so I don't need to buy a sophisticated NMS system because all are paid ones. Okay, but नहीं, fault management, security management के लिए मुझे चाहिए, if there is some security breach, I should get an alarm so that I get a notification and I can do some action so that the security breach is taken care of. Okay, so these are the various management, so we will be discussing this. So this is the explanation as such given in the first chapter when we are introducing you to the concept of network management. Now when you are writing this as a part of goal of network management, try to write very limited portion, because ye as such एक chapter hai. Okay, so which you will study in the due course. So by the end of this course you will have an idea, ha, fault management mein ye hai. But goal of network management, if you try to fit all the required points, obviously your answer will be very big. So just the name and little bit about each and every management aspect. So that is we will be covering in module number 1. In module number 2, when I actually study OSI network management, again FCAPS will be there. Okay, because OSI only gave us your FCAPS concept, and right now we are studying FCAPS just to understand how the goal of network management is done and how the NOC is functioning. Okay, so first one we take in FCAPS the fault management, or we call it as the service restoration. So when see, it's a descriptive answer, no diagram, no block diagram, nothing is there. But whatever points you write, please, it should be a logical point. Okay, so fault management, when there is the requirement of fault management. So whenever there is a service failure, it is NOC's responsibility to restore the service as soon as possible. So this involves detection, कहाँ पे fault हुआ है, and isolation. This word was introduced earlier also. Means I have to continue with the service. Okay, no service should be interrupted. No part of the network should be interrupted with due to that particular fault. So I should detect कहाँ पे fault है and isolate the fault. So, okay, which causes the failure, and then I should restore the services. So if I say fault management mein detection hai, isolation hai, and restoration of the services. In several failure situation, what happens? The network will do it automatically. Okay, so such networks are called as self-healing network. Like if I'm using a fiber topology, a ring network is there will be a backup ring. Okay, so if one of the ring is broken, dual ring architecture, okay, there are various kinds of architectures. So if one of the ring, or that is the link is broken, so automatically the processor will switch on to the backup ring. Okay, so such network are called as self-healing network. So here the user or the management personnel, they does not know immediately that a fault has occurred, because already the switching off function has taken place. Okay, so last time a question was asked, what is self-healing network? So one of the faculty felt that I should ask this. So this question was there, even though it was only one line that is mentioned in the theory. So what is the concept of a self-healing network? Since I have all the questions from everybody, so I know who has asked this question. So each and every word you can feel that it is important. Okay, so what is the concept of self-healing network? You can look into it in the book. It is just this one sentence that is mentioned. Now, when I discuss about fault management, later we will study fault management as an entire short note. Here, we are just introducing you to the topic. So you cannot explain fault management without trouble ticket administration. Now, if I again go back to this particular diagram, okay, any fault has occurred, the user complains it to the NOC, or the NOC comes to know once that self-healing network takes it over, but they will come to know eventually that a fault has occurred. So what happens, the fault TT is generated. So I had marked an arrow over here in the last class. So the fault trouble ticket is generated, okay, and it is given to the installation and maintenance group. Now the installation and maintenance group will do all the necessary things. First, the restoration of service takes place. Restoration of the service. Now, please listen to all those words which I'm saying. A fault has occurred, a connection is disrupted. Okay, so the NOC comes to know, a trouble ticket is generated, restoration of the service immediately takes place. Now, when I say restoration of the service, that doesn't mean that the fault is repaired. Okay, I have given an alternate connection, or the self-healing network has already provided a connection. So what? Once the service is restored, then we will resolve that particular fault or resolve that particular problem. Okay, now once that problem is solved, then only the trouble ticket will be released. So internally user ko service restore ho gaya, the user might get a message ki ha, your services has been continued, or whatever, the problem has been solved. But internally the restoration of the trouble ticket will take place until the fault is repaired and a report is also generated. So this is your trouble ticket. So if you are explaining fault management, you explain trouble ticket administration. Sometimes they just ask you trouble ticket administration for 5 marks. And interestingly, when I checked one of the answer paper of our student only, long back, 2-3 years back, so the question was trouble ticket administration. So what that fellow did was, he took up this much patch of the diagram. Okay, ये diagram का ये patch ले लिया, where that entire trouble ticket part is there, and the explanation then became simpler. So in book we will have this whole diagram, but then if I'm just explaining trouble ticket administration, and if it is there for 5 marks, okay, so I need to write substantial, and then this diagram will create an impact. So if you face such similar situation, you can also do that. Okay, so in other situation, the NMS, trouble ticket. So trouble ticket administration is the administrative part of fault management, and it is used to track the problems in the network. All problems, including the non-problems, are to be tracked until resolved. Now, periodic analysis of data which are maintained in the database is done to establish patterns of the problems for follow-up action. Like, see, if a fault has occurred, I repair it, I maintain it in the record. So what we will do is that performance monitoring team will analyze that data, and they will establish a pattern ki ha, ye switch can handle this much capacity. After this, it is getting heated, that link gets burned, और वो एरिया में वो जगह पे इस टाइम पे बार बार फॉल्ट हो रहा है. सो दे विल ट्राई टू get some interference or inference from that particular pattern of problem, and then they can take a follow-up action. So there are trouble tracking systems also to automate the tracking of troubles from the automatic generation of trouble tickets. So once a trouble ticket is generated, if I have a very sophisticated system, I will have an automatic trouble tracking. See, if I have an NMS which solve this problems, तो वो network administrator का आधा से ज़्यादा काम हो गया, because most of the time it is the fault management which creates headache to the network administrator, because where the trouble is happening, why it is happening. Okay, so to track it and then to resolve that particular issue till that end, it takes a lot of time. So if I have an automatic generation of trouble ticket, see, एक alarm notification जाएगा NOC को, user phone करेगा, then only the alarm, the NOC gets to know कि हाँ some problem has occurred. But if I have an automatic generation of trouble ticket, okay, so it helps in the resolution of the problem. So you can think of those ideas, how you can reduce the fault, or reduce the burden of the fault management team. Now, when I talk of a configuration management, configuration means whatever is the design and layout of the network, I am into the management of that particular layout. That is the configuration. Now, when I say configuration of a network, there are three sets of configuration, which are called as static configuration, permanent configuration, and planned configuration. Okay, static configuration is one that the network would bring up if it is started from an idle state. See, एक configuration मैंने plan किया है, 100 user है, they are connected in this particular topology, that is in my pen and paper. Okay, then what happens is, as the network is on, okay, network switch on hua, users are connected to the, they are taking that service, some users are on, some users are off. Okay, so then there comes a current running configuration, which can be different. Static mein to I am considering all 100 users and this way, that way they are doing, but the current statistic is different. So when I talk about configuration management, I have to handle, there might be 150 users, but my system can support only 100. Okay, so a permanent configuration hai, but current configuration is giving me some more users of the network. So when I am dealing with configuration management, I have to take all this into account. Now the third one is a planned configuration. अभी मेरे पास ऐसा है, I am able to handle that. But in future, if something is happening, I need to expand my network, I need to do some changes in my particular network. So that configuration is called as the planned configuration of the future, when the configuration data will change as the network is changed. So when I am talking of a configuration management, remember, there is a static, there is a permanent configuration, and there is a planned configuration. So right now only in one slide, because as I said, we have in goal of network management, we will explain very little bit part of FCAPS. In chapter number 2, again a bit detail. The next kind of management is performance management. Okay, so the data needs to be gathered by the NOC and it has to be updated. Okay, so when I update that, I come to know my network ka performance kya hai. As all of us know, anything we do, we need to know the result. Okay, for optimum performance, was my network able to handle the traffic? Was the network available for all the users at that point of time? Was there any delay, latency? How was the throughput of my network? Okay, so all those statistics are gathered by the NOC and they create a performance chart. Okay, so traffic data are captured based on the volume of traffic in various segments of the network, and all those analysis is there. See, manually agar hum analysis karne jayenge, so we have to gather those statistics, then we feed it into an Excel and then whatever software, then we get those graphs and all. Okay, now we have the NMS which does performance management. So full data we will be getting. Now when we are doing lab, we are not, we don't have an NMS software. So what we will do, agar performance management of the network hame karna hai, I'll tell you some open source command. Okay, so earlier till last year we used to do it in Ubuntu. Okay, because that is what we used to promote, open source. This year I have to see, because at my home I have Windows, so I have to get a desktop or laptop from college which has Ubuntu, so that I can run those commands and see, because Ubuntu में जो command हो रहे थे, Windows में सारे commands नहीं हो रहे. So if I want to monitor the performance of a network और मेरे पास sophisticated NMS नहीं है, DBIT के पास भी नहीं है, so then there are some commands, so command prompt में जाके I just type in those commands. Okay, so those commands you should be knowing. Open source. Remember, we had a topic without an NMS, how I will do the network management. So at least those command के नाम तुम्हें याद होने चाहिए, because it is said that network management without those 20-30 commands is actually impossible. So those are just tool based commands. So as you type in those commands, you get some data, and from there data you need to interpret. You can make a table and all. Okay, but we will not get all the beauties of an NMS which actually gives हमको bar graph, chart, वो सब कुछ नहीं मिलेगा. We will be getting data in the computer, and from that data we need to tabulate that data separately, and then we have to draw the inference, and then we can act upon it. But still we can work without an NMS. So all those will be the practicals that we will be doing. So let us see how the practical will work out. Okay, so performance management can be done by the traffic data, which can be obtained based on different application, like I have the web traffic, email traffic, network news, or based on transport protocols at various layers. So traffic statistics are very helpful in detecting the trends and planning the future need. Now see, performance management है, but ये performance management का data कहाँ पे use होगा? That data might be used by the planning and provisioning team. They might feel कि okay, my network is not able to perform, they are not able to give services to so many customers, so then that data might be helpful in planning the future. I might think of a network expansion and or changing the topology, or some actions I might do. So performance data on availability and delay are useful for tuning the network to increase the reliability and also to improve its response time. If I see that in the performance data, I can see that itna delay ho raha hai in the data transmission. Okay, so based on that information, I can improve the response time. If the network is not available to majority of the customer when they want, then the जो हमारा है goal of network management, जो quality of service, it is degrading. Okay, so I need to work on it so that the reliability increases. So all this data is helpful in fine tuning our network management. Then comes security management. Okay, when I'm transmitting any data as a user, okay, I will feel that nobody should hack my information. Okay, so the security management will take care of it. So here it says that it covers a very broad range of security. Now the second point is very, very important. Students usually forget. If they are not attending the lecture, they will definitely forget. They feel security matlab encryption, decryption, username, password, login ID, that bas wahan tak hi unka limitation hai. Suppose I have placed a tower somewhere. Okay, I have placed fiber optic cable. If the people around there take that table and cable and they run away, they remove that tower, sell all those iron parts, to kya ho gaya? So it is not only software security which I am talking about. I have to check the physical security of the network. Okay, so security management, please remember to add this point. It's not only the security of the access of the network by the user. I have to see that the network is physically secure. Nobody should take up, जैसे कॉलेज में कहीं पे कॉरिडोर में एक राउटर और स्विच है, एक दिन पता चला किसी ने वो स्विच बॉक्स ही निकाल लिया. ओके, सो the security management team should take care of physically securing the network as well. Now all these parts you can write very well because CCN में तुमने भी पढ़ा है. So the access privilege to the application software, here it is saying it is not the responsibility of the NOC unless the application is either owned or maintained by the NOC. अगर NOC ने अपना कोई application बनाया है, then the access privilege will be decided by the NOC. Okay, so if not, then that is not the work of the NOC. So that might be taken care by the other team. So a security database is established and maintained by NOC for access to the network and network information. There are other aspects of security management such as firewalls and cryptography. Usually security management, again, I'm saying it's a separate chapter, 10 marks question. Right now, only one slides to just introduce you to the concept of security management. So here you can write in length about cryptography, firewalls, how you are protecting your particular data. So in each and every module, we will be discussing all these at least 5 points, that is FCAPs together. So Security management is doing all this task. Then comes your FCAPS. A is your accounting management. Yes, it is required. So it administers the cost allocation of the usage of network. When I configure a network, certain costs are involved. So as a manager, I have to see that whatever I have spent on the network or the installation or whatever logistics I have used, I should recover that cost. Then if the regular everyday cost is involved, पहले जो cost हो चुका है, everyday cost is there. So for that, we have an accounting management team. So they will prepare various matrices. So I come to know what is the usage of the network, then the customer billing. Okay, so all those are handled by the accounting management team. So this is just 2 line, but again, as I said, it's a very big short note or one chapter of network management, but we will not study much into it. Then in your goal of network management, we have the network installation and maintenance group. So the network INM group takes care of all the activities of installation and maintenance of equipments and the transmission facilities. So we call this group as the service arm of engineering group for installation and fixing troubles for the network. So this group will work closely with the help desk in responding to the problem. Okay, so help desk कहाँ पे है? Center में है NOC का. Okay, once they know that a problem is there, then it is immediately the INM group which takes care of all those restoring the services and all. Engineering group एक अलग है. Okay, they will take all the inputs, they will plan and design, they will take inputs from the INM group. Okay, and then again but actually देखा जाए तो NOC के बाद INM group takes care of all the activities of network management. Okay, so this completes one topic, that is goal of network management and your introduction of FCAPS. So अब तक हमने क्या पढ़ा था? What is the role of NMS? What problems does the NMS solve? What is the role of IT manager? We have studied what are the problems of network management, and then the goal of network management. These are all the topics that are important for the viewpoint of an exam. Next comes is the network management architecture. Okay, so the network management architecture, it is called as the dumbbell architecture. So in question, they might just say network management architecture. Now you might feel kaun sa network management architecture, because when we will study all the chapters, we will see every architecture is different, but this is the general one. Okay, so thus if the question is network management architecture, then it is the dumbbell architecture that they are talking of. So why it is called as the dumbbell architecture? If you see this particular diagram, it is the shape of a dumbbell. Dumbbell में क्या रहता है? दो साइड में ऐसे बड़े बड़े ये रहते हैं, and there is the portion where we put our hand and hold it. So since the shape is of a dumbbell, we call it as the network management dumbbell architecture. Okay, so the network management, why we require that dumbbell architecture? So the network management dumbbell architecture for interoperability is shown in figure. So we have a vendor A, we have vendor B, and this vendor A and vendor B is exchanging common management message. See, again, I am repeating, we are not into the transfer of data ki vendor A ko data bhej raha hai. They are exchanging common management messages. Okay, so the messages क्या क्या रहेंगे? They will be consisting of the management information data, जैसे क्या type of data है, what is the message ID, the status of managed object. Okay, so what is managed object and all, we will come to know. Right now, it is too early, but all those terms are getting introduced, but we will study it in detail. Object kya hai? So right now, what is the data that they are handling? Data ka kya types hai? Data is also of different type. When I say management message, the messages are also of different type. And every different management architecture has different message. The names also are different. Okay, so every message is, there is a type, there is an ID to the message. Okay, and the status of the managed object, ki wo on hai ya off hai, and the management controls, that is the setting and changing configuration of an object. Okay, so that is why we require the CMM, you can say common management message. Now, continuing with the dumbbell architecture. So there are some protocols and services associated with the dumbbell architecture. See, I'm not asking you any question because these are all new topics. So network management architecture is just a dumbbell architecture where I have two vendors, A and B, exchanging common management message. Okay, so I hope this is clear, all of you. Okay, so vendor A, vendor B is exchanging एक दूसरे को common management message भेज रहे हैं. Okay, कि what is the status of your object, how many objects are on, how many object is off, is there is some fault. Okay, so all those various kinds, we will see what are those types of messages. Now, when I'm exchanging the messages, there are some services which are provided, some protocols which are involved. So the next diagram, that is B1, is the services and protocols. So see, यहाँ पे भी shape dumbbell का ही है, only little bit expanded way is there. So vendor A and vendor B जो cloud है, उसके अंदर objects दिखाए हैं. See, when I am managing something, what I am managing, whom I am managing. So here we are saying that we are managing objects. That object can be a printer, it can be your desktop, it can be the telephone, it can be a switch, it can be a router. So जो network components है in my network management will have components. So here, instead of using the word components, we call it as an object. Okay, so vendor A has various objects, it is handling. Vendor B has various objects. Okay, so these objects are managed. So that's why the word was used, managed objects. Okay, so the objects which are managed will have a management entity running in that. अगर कोई switch में management entity present ही नहीं है, just it is sending, receiving, वो connectivity कर रहा है, then I cannot do the management of that particular switch. So some network management softwares which we will study or the architecture which we will study, कोई भी मेरा object है, whether hardware or software, there has to be a management entity present. Okay, like if you are not taking admission in engineering and if you don't come to a college, nobody is going to teach you engineering. Okay, अगर commerce में admission लिया तो nobody is going to go there and teach you engineering. Okay, so same thing over here. Every object that is present should have a management process running in them. Okay, then you might feel, अरे suppose ये पुराना object है जिसमें management process नहीं था, ये network management तो अभी अभी आया, then also there are some ways in which we can handle those unmanaged objects. So there are managed object, there are unmanaged object. These words I am highlighting because आगे जाके explanation में you have to specify. Okay, so managed object है और unmanaged object है. Managed object में management, there is a management process inbuilt in those objects. Okay, and unmanaged object है जो सिर्फ अपना काम ही कर रहा है. Okay, it does not takes care of the management thing. So for handling those objects, because I cannot say कि नहीं चलो तुमको हम network management नहीं करना है, तुम ऐसे ही अपना काम करते रहो. So to handle those unmanaged objects also, there are various techniques that also we will see. So now here, when I am sending the management related message between vendor A and B, so what are the services and protocols? So services are the application services, and the protocols are the management protocols and the transport protocols. So the application services are what? They are the management related applications such as fault and configuration management. Okay, so out of those FCAPs, application services taking care of fault and configuration management. And what are management protocols? Yes, this is very important. See, these are the initial lectures and all new terms will be introduced in the first 2 chapters. Okay, so you should be knowing that. So अभी कौन सा management protocol हम use करेंगे? If I am using an OSI network management model, please remember it is CMIP. The protocol is called as CMIP for OSI. It is CMIP, that is Common Management Information Protocol. CMIP. So OSI is the model and the protocol, management protocol, is the CMIP. Similarly, I have the internet model. So industry is using the internet model, and which is the protocol that is used in internet model or internet management. It is SNMP, the Simple Network Management Protocol. So OSI management के लिए CMIP protocol है, internet management के लिए SNMP protocol है. Okay, so that is the management protocol. Now, when I talk about transport protocols, so the transport protocols are the first 4 layers of your OSI model. So if I'm using OSI layer, so the transport protocols are present. So I am using the TCP/IP. And if I'm using the internet model, it is the first 2 layers of the internet model. So the TCP/IP is used for the transport protocols. So this is your network management dumbbell architecture. So you have to draw this diagram. So this is the common management message that is sent. Now to send this message, there are some services and protocols required. So we have the application service, the management protocol, and the transport protocol. Okay, I introduce you to the topic. Now, when I say network management components, हाँ अभी तक हमने सुना था एक बात वर्ड आई थी ऑब्जेक्ट. ओके, सो यू न्यू दैट हाँ कुछ तो एक ऑब्जेक्ट है, मैम कुछ बोल रही थी. Now, when I say network management component, remember we are not talking component. हम जब सुनते हैं we feel हाँ ये hub, switch, link होगा, desktop होगा, okay, bridge, gateway, router. No, those are different. Those are network components, and these are network management component. So कुछ ज़्यादा बड़ा नहीं है. So it consists of a hierarchical configuration. So I have 2 network agents monitoring 2 sets of managed objects. अभी देखो NMS है. This is the network management software. So my manager जो है, manager को जो बड़ा post दे रहे, he's sitting over here, NMS. Okay, and he is handling network agents. Okay, so new word is introduced, network agent and network object. Okay, so 3 चीजें होती है. So 3 components are there in a network management system. We have something called as, इसको बोलते हैं, एक मिनट, I'll write it. We have the manager, NMS, or I call it as the manager. Okay, so in general, don't call it IT manager or whatever manager. 3 component hai. The first one is the manager. The second component is agent, or you call it as the network agent. Now don't say CID agent and all. We will see what all this. It's a network agent, or we call it as the agent. And then we have objects. Okay, since ये network management के लिए है, उसके लिए network word add किया है. So 3 components are there. See, it's not difficult. I have the manager, I have the agent, I have the objects. Now we will study अरे agent कौन है, object कौन है, और manager कौन है. Okay, so these are the terms which right now I have introduced, then we will see. Okay, so the agent, it could be an embedded agent in a network element, okay, or an EMS communicating with the agent embedded in the network. Now ये network agent यहाँ पे एक अलग सा block दिखाया है. Now what this line is telling is, I have a network element. Okay, network elements, you know, switch, yeah, all your network components. So the agent could be an embedded in that network element. Okay, again we will see a better definition of this agent. So here they are telling, जो manager है, the NMS है, is on the top of the hierarchy. So you know hierarchy, who is at the top? The manager is at the top. Now what this manager is doing is, the manager is monitoring all these objects, and to monitor all these objects he requires an intermediate person, that is the agent. So here it is written, each network agent monitors its respective object either in response to a polled query from the NMS or triggered by a local alarm The agent communicates to the NMS the relevant data. What happens is manager देखो ऊपर बैठा है, वो डायरेक्टली ऑब्जेक्ट के साथ कनेक्टेड नहीं है. The manager, since he is handling this, he wants to know what is the traffic statistic, what is the performance of the network of that particular element. So the manager will not directly contact the object. What he will do, he will send a request to the agent. Okay, so the manager sends a request to the agent ki, okay, send me the traffic data of this. So in his request, the agent will give a reply to the manager. So the agent sends a request to the agent for the data, management related data, and the network agent gives a response. So it is kahan se manager se agent ki taraf request aaya and the agent is giving a response. So ये you might feel ये बेचारे को क्या है, इसको डेटा मांगा तो ये डेटा दे रहा है, ये लोग तो अपना काम कर रहे हैं नेटवर्क्स के. Now what they have said is they want to involve this network agent in management aspect. Otherwise यही बॉस लगता है, ये तो सिर्फ डेटा देने का काम कर रहा है, डेटा लेके दे रहा है. So what happens is we have something called as alarm or notification. So mostly the trend is manager asks for the data and agent gives the data or sends the response. But sometimes the agent who is the nearest one to the object, उसको दिख रहा है कि अरे बाबा ये अभी overflow हो जाएगा, switch, it is going to block, congestion हो गया. But the manager ने अभी तक data नहीं मांगा because the final decision will be taken by the manager only because he is doing the network management. So what the network agent will do is he will generate an alarm. Alarm is the general word. Some other word which right now I will not tell because you will not remember. अगर OSI है तो फिर भी बोल दे रही हूँ. We use notification. SNMP है तो we use the word trap. So the agent sees कि हाँ यहाँ पे कुछ तो गड़बड़ है and I want the manager needs to take a decision. So the agent then directly sends that alarm message or notification message to the manager. So the manager receives that message and he comes to know that some alarming situation has happened and then he will take a decision whatever is to be done. So the network agent can also send a notification to the manager. Abhi to sirf a diagram hai, but whenever that arrow or the flow of messages is there, you need to take care कि manager sends a request, so arrow ऊपर से नीचे आ रहा है. The agent sends a response, so the arrow goes from here. And if the message, because there are various kinds of message, we will see what are those message. If an alarm message is there, so the alarm message is from the agent to the manager. Tabhi manager is not raising an alarm. The alarm is raised by the network agent. I hope little bit clear about today's concept